today I wanted to try something a little bit different. I had an idea for a new mashup of genres, deck building plus farming sim. And so we're going to kind of chase this idea down for a little bit, try to get a prototype up and running, and see how fun it is. So, yep, that's what we're doing today. So, I've already started this process just a little bit. I'm not very far into it yet. So, this is going to be kind of a learning experience. I haven't used Unity in a few years. So, there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve as I try and ramp back up and learn this stuff. So, what I've done so far is I've imported an asset pack for Cozy Farming Sim, which is kind of the feel I'm going for, just a cozy farming game where you've got, animals and crops and things of that sort. We're not going to build a full farming life simulator. We are going to focus almost exclusively on just the farming aspects and use a deck building mechanic for actually planting crops and raising animals and things like that. So I've got quite a few ideas. I have my handy dandy notebook here with a bunch of ideas in it. So we're going to use that quite a bit. Okay, so I am, as I said, relearning Unity. So this is going to be a bit fun. But I'll show you what I've done so far. So at this point, I have a tile map attached for my main farm. And I've set up both a terrain rule set so that I can do basically auto tiling. And so when I drag and create an area, it just automatically tiles it with the correct tiles. So I have the summer tiles out of this tile set up because, yeah, I don't need anything else. So, yeah, this is fun. Okay. So we're, oh, that didn't work. Why didn't that work? What did I do? Yeah. And I'm trying to make it big enough so that as you scroll, your camera, your viewport here is right here. So if I run over to the game, you can see that the top of this. I've got some gapping here happening. I got to figure out what's happening there, but yeah. This will be fun. Going back through all of this stuff. So I don't have anything more than just the basics of a tile map, and I'm using on the tile palette here I have the terrain rules tile set, which I will show you what that looks like here in a moment, but it's very oh, hold on, did it deselect? Yeah, it did. What the? There, okay. Silly. So we'll go down here and we'll just kind of finish out this tile map. So we have a bunch of tiles. Okay. We have our basic map so that we can scroll around it. Now that we have that, let's fill in all the dirt spaces and then we'll start decorating with all the various things that are going to be in the farm. Now, I'm still trying to figure out some ideas around how I'm going to unlock new cards to add to the deck. So I'm going to start with just a basic, maybe wheat. I've got a bunch of different assets that I can use. So I'm going to start with something like wheat, one asset in the deck. Every turn at the end of the turn, you get to use your excess money left over after the turn has happened for buying new cards. And then every couple of turns, we'll throw in some additional mechanics like, relics maybe. Yeah, relics. I couldn't think for a second what the word was. Where you can increase your power for the rest of the run. And then some other mechanics like upgrading cards and things like that eventually, but that's not going to be at the beginning of this. So, anyway, as I said, I've got here the terrain rules on the tile map are done, so I'm going to swap back over to the tiles, and I'm going to grab one of these tiles here, And I'm going to fill the whole thing in with this. Okay. So I'm going to select everything in the middle here. Boom. There we go. Now we got a bunch of tiles. Okay. So, got our basic farm shape down. So this is great. Now, similar to games like Harvest Moon or Stardew Valley, trying to think of other games, Coral Island, things like that. What we're going to do is most of this area here is going to be unusable when we start, and you're going to have to clear it out in the course of the run. Now, I'm not making this map very large just because this is not an open world game. This is a deck builder first and foremost, right? So I have some tiles that I can bring in or some decorations I can bring in, and they're all over here. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, some trees, various trees, and drop them around, and fences and things like that. So I probably want to create... So I am going to definitely want... This is going to live on the default map. And then, if I remember, I probably want to draw a second tile map here. We're going to call this decor. This is going to be the underlying tile map, and then we're going to create this on a layer. We're going to add a new layer on top of the built-in layer. So our sorting layers, we have layer 0, which is default. That's going to be the base. That's the ground tiles. And then we're going to add a new layer, and we're going to call this decor. Okay. Can't go above or below. Okay, so decor layers. Okay. And then now we can grab decor. Oh, nope, we can't. Yeah. So, okay, I think that will work, because now we can grab this and drop in the decor layer. Okay. Well, does it want to be... Do we want to call it decor? All right, let's play. Maybe we don't want to call it decor. What do we want to call it? Because it's going to be all the game objects. So we're going to call this game objects. We want these above the tile map, right? So let's do... Okay. Excellent. Now we can take this and do our game object tile map. And we should be able to take and draw things like trees on top of the tile map, right? So I don't want those trees. I want these trees. These are going to be the trees we chop down. I'm going to use these trees here in the middle for fruit-bearing trees. We're going to have those in the game. So let's go with something like this. I'm going to kind of come up here, and we're going to draw it kind of up and off the top of the map in this case. Now, I don't want these to overlap because they will occlude each other, unfortunately. So not too close, because I need to put the fence along the top. Right. And so we've got some trees. And going to do that probably there. And then right here. Yeah, so let's keep doing this for a little bit. So we're going to add in some trees, then we'll add in some rocks. Probably need to get rid of this guy right here. Get rid of that guy. Yep. Okay. Go back to painting. I think that was too... Yeah. Too close to the edge here. I need one tile. Need a tile at the edge to be able to draw the fence along here. So at this point, I haven't actually built a game. just decorating, you know. Okay, so I'm going to be careful around the edge here because I'm going to put some I'm going to put a house here. I'm going to put a coop and a barn. And then I'm going to put some fences out so that this side over here is like a grazing area. And in fact, I could probably... Here's some craziness here. Oh, no. Undo all of that. Well, that's unfortunate. I erase. Nope, because I have to use terrain tiles. Erase. In the tile map. Okay, in the tile map layer. I'm learning. Give me a few. I'll figure this out. Yes. Okay, so it is working. Good. I'm gonna probably extend this all the way over here. The reason being... There we go. The reason being, I think this is going to be just a grazing area for the animals over here. Okay. So we'll run a fence from here all the way over here and basically connect the coop and the barn out here so that the cows and pigs and whatnot can wander through here just animated, just doing their thing. Okay, yes. So we're going to select this. And we're going to go back to terrain tiles. Go back in here. We could probably also put some bushes in here too. So let's go like a little bush here, and a little bush here, and here. Just decorating. Put some rocks. This is pretty nice. I like this. Right. So we'll stop the camera at this boundary here. I'm gonna have to create a box to bound the camera in, and then we can go from there. Yeah. So got a lot of decorating to do. What else do we need to do? So I need to create a new folder here, and we're going to call this sprites. There's going to be a few sprites we're going to add a little bit at a time. Let's open up the asset pack. Figure out what we're going to do here. So let's add some buildings. We're just going to add the big building pack. So we're going to add, I'm going to drag this file in here. Drop it into sprites. And now I've got this guy. Alright, so I gotta remember how I just did this, because I just did this. 16 tiles per unit, yeah. Okay, so same thing. We want to go sprite mode, multiple sprites, 16 pixels each, tight mesh. Okay. That should be good. Yeah, so as I said, I grabbed this pack from an asset pack. I paid for it because I wanted to use it. So we're just going to use basically this house, the upgrade, and then the final upgrade. So we're going to go 3 levels of house. Dunk, dunk, dunk. And then 1 barn. We only need the 1 barn. We'll do... I mean, we can use the one with this on it. Yeah. Okay, so we'll do barn. We'll do 3 houses. The house will upgrade itself. It'll basically swap to a different version as you upgrade. And then we'll do barn, and we'll do a silo, and we'll do a coop. I think there's a chicken coop in here. Yeah, right here. Chicken coop. Right. So the way we're going to run this is to unlock the cows. You're going to have to purchase the barn. Then that will unlock the ability to buy cow cards during your turns. They'll show up as an option for something you can buy. We will put a silo in, but the silo will basically be just just for upgrading the efficiency and speed at which your cows grow up. Because we're going to start with baby cows. It'll take a number of turns before they turn into adult cows and produce milk, right? So there's going to be a turn mechanic. As you play a card, you're going to have some time before, boom, it happens, right? Okay, so those 2. Then we're going to do the coop. The coop is going to allow you to buy, all of the various poultry in the game. Probably not going to use anything down here, but I will use the mill, because the mill is going to be used for upgrading the wheat and increasing its yield. Okay, so various things like that. So I have ideas on how this is all going to work, but we will see. Okay, so I've got this happening up here, but I've got the buildings in. Yes, save it. Okay, I have the buildings in. Now I need to add let's see. I want to do the buildings as a tile palette. Okay. We're going to do a rectangular tile palette. We're going to call this building tiles. Okay, we're going to open this. And so building tiles here, we're going to drag the, oh no, because we need, I got to remember how to do this. I just did this last night, which is the frustrating thing. I just did this last night. Why do I not remember how to do this? Okay, so this is The sprite. Oh, right. Okay. So maybe not this yet. Okay. Delete this. Delete this. Now, create 2D sprites and sprites. I'm going to do square sprites. Nope. Never mind. That's not right. What the heck? Oh, this is the sprite. Okay, so this is the sprite sheet. Man, I'm going to figure this out. Okay. So, terrain tiles is here. So what did I do? So this is my 2D sprite, multiple sprites, 16 type. Oh, yeah. That's what I had to do. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So I had to go here and go into the sprite editor. And go type grid by cell count. And we're going to go 16 by 16, because these are 16 by 16 tile sets. Okay, and so there's going to be quite a few of them happening in here. Where did that go? Okay, so yeah, so you can see 16 by 16 tile sets. Centered, no offset, no padding, delete existing, and sliced. Okay, and then we're going to save that. Save that. Now we can take this takes a minute. Takes a minute. Just about lunchtime already. So I'm going to save. Then we can create our tile map based off of this. So our palette. Our building palette. All right, so after we do that, then we will bring in, well, we don't want to bring in animals yet. We want to just bring in the farming stuff. So all crops. Looking over the tile sheet here. We can just do. Let's look. Let's open this and see what. This is just the crops. All the crops we're going to add. And these are the crops watered. So we don't have a water mechanic in here. So we're going to, yeah, we're just going to do watered crops. We don't have that mechanic in here, so that's fine. And we're going to do seeds. So seed packs are going to be important because these are going to be what we put on the cards themselves. So, okay. Oh, we're done now. Great. So this is going to go here. We're going to do a new palette. We're going to call this the building palette. Buildings. Oh, did that? What did I do? I clicked out of it before I hit create. Buildings. Rectangles. Create. Save it in sprites. Yes. Okay. Now we can take this, now that this has been sliced, and create all of our assets. Okay? So let's go ahead and drop our house and see how big it is on here. Because I'm curious if I have enough room now. That's a lot of tiles. It's a whole lot of tiles. Ugh. I should have sliced this up. Because I'm bringing in a whole bunch of unnecessary tiles at this point. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll add them to the game later. I want to get the basics of the game working, where you draw cards, you play cards, and that allows you to plant seeds. And that's the first loop. And then the seeds, after they mature, will start producing gold. Gold is going to be used to pay upkeep. So, all right, that loaded in. Excellent. So let's go to the decor, and let's add in our first house. Not that. Shoot. Come on. Yes, I have no choice but to go from there. Okay. So we'll go that, and we will paint our house. Yeah, that's great. How about, let's go right there. How's that? Pink. All right. Cool. All right, now do I have... something I can use? So we'll do that. We'll put... next we'll put... I just want to see where these are going to be. So that's our house. We're probably going to have to delete that. Ah, dang it. Oh, no. Okay, we are going to have to delete that. The reason being, we want to... so let's place it. Let's place it and make sure our spacing's right. But we are going to have to delete it. And the reason being that we don't want these actually showing. These are going to be game objects that are going to populate the map and not just tiles. They're not background tiles. Because the house is upgradable, the barn is upgradable, the coop is upgradable. So we're going to have to go... but I do want to see how much space these are going to take up. So I'm going to go back with the coop a little bit. And over one. Hey, Markle. Yeah, so this is going to be a little bit different. This is, I'm doing the farming mechanics of something like Stardew Valley. So this is going to be a mesh up between a game like Stardew Valley and then, like a deck building game. So how we're gonna place crops is we're gonna draw cards, and we can buy cards in between turns with gold that's left over. And so we're gonna be able to take like the seeds here. Let me pull up. I haven't built the cards yet, so still working on just getting the basics of the layout, what the farm's gonna look like, and then I can start adding the game objects. But we'll have a variety of seeds that you can purchase as cards. You can keep adding more and more of those to your deck, and as you draw them, you'll spend energy points to play your cards, right? So some cards will be 1 energy, some will be 3. You'll get 3 energy to start with, and then after you finish a round, you'll have an upkeep that you have to pay, and when you can't pay it anymore, it'll increase over time. You'll end the round, and you'll go back to a purchase screen where you can buy upgrades like increasing the size of your house, which will give you more energy, unlocking the barn here, which is not going to start out in the game. But as I said, I'm laying these things out so that I can see where they're going to sit. So we'll do this guy here. And then, yeah, so the whole idea of this game is taking the farming aspects of a Stardew Valley type game and mixing in the card drawing and deck building and maybe some roguelite elements, because you're eventually going to run out of turns, and then you'll have to start over again from the beginning, but each time you'll be earning currency based off of how far you made it, and you can use that currency to unlock permanent upgrades. So does that sound interesting? Or am I just rambling? I'm rambling a little bit, but yes. So let's make sure we have plenty of room here. Yeah, that's something I'm debating. Because if I want to keep it like a roguelite, uh, which was my original idea, but I'm kind of leaning away from that a little bit. I'm still debating on if I'm going to go follow through with that aspect of it. But the idea was, if I don't go with the roguelite aspects where you restart, basically it would just be Stardew Valley basically at that point, because now you're doing the farming aspects of it. There's the deck building side. So I'm gonna play with it as I build it out. I'll probably start without the upkeep portion where you'll burn down your money real fast, and just stick to the farming just to see if that has a fun play loop. And if it does, I'll leave the restart out. But I'll be looking for playtesters at that point to kind of give me an idea of, is this actually fun? Because it could be fun for me, and then other people who love farming sims may absolutely hate that roguelite aspect of it. But yeah. Okay, so I've got these guys here. Let's put find this right here. Just want to see where these will all fit, because they're all going to be. Oh. These are all going to be game objects eventually, so something like this here acts as an upgrade, right? Okay. And who knows, maybe this will just evolve into Stardew Valley, which is a game I absolutely love. I love all of the farming games, so that's where my inspiration came from. Got some weird artifacting happening here. What did I do? Did I not add enough? I probably didn't add enough buffer on these tiles. Oh no, it looks like it's fine. Maybe. I don't know. Can I... stop. Is there something weird? Oh, there's weird stuff happening here. Okay, I didn't add enough buffer on these tiles. Everything was too close together. Yeah. There's some artifacting happening here. Okay. Well, that's good to know, because it's okay. I'm going to erase this stuff anyway. Yes, I am. I just wanted to make sure that this would all fit. There will be a fence that runs down here and then across and back here that'll keep all the animals in. So let's delete. Erase. Bink, 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 bink. Bink. Okay. Cool. That is a good thought. Yes. Game logic instead of designing. I know. I'm playing with the designer instead of actually building a game. I could make a very pretty blank game. That'd be great. All right. So at this point, all right, we're not going to put the houses and stuff in it then. I think that I have an idea of how to draw outlines and all that stuff. So now let's start. Yeah, let's just dive straight in and start working on the first thing, which is building the cards. So All right. We've got a camera and a light. Don't need to move the light. But we will need to move the camera around. That's basically going to be our player object. So let's get that working first. I'm going to look up real quick because, as I said, at the beginning of this, it's been like 5 years since I used Unity, so I do not remember how to do this off the top of my head. So, what I'm thinking for this is just using arrow keys for moving the camera around. Yeah, let's do some camera movement. What should I do? Pan and zoom. I could watch a video about it. Yeah, it looks like you just attach a script and keys. Okay, let's do it. Let's attach a script. Just jump straight in and start doing this. Okay, where are the scripts? Why am I not seeing the scripts? Okay, fine. I'll do it this way. Okay, and then inside of here, we will create a C# script. There we go. We're going to call this camera movement. How about that? All right. So let's open it. Start working on it. Oh, okay. Cancel. Never mind. See if we can get... I didn't even set all this up. This is the first time I'm doing this. This is good. Alright, hey, thanks for stopping by and watching. Have a good lunch. So I do have VS Code installed. I just need to hook them up. And then, alright, let's close this. Yep. We don't need any of that. Okay. So let's go install an extension. Unity install. So I need to update Unity or VS Code. Man, I should have done all this before I turned on the video. Silly. Silly, silly. How do I do this? I don't normally use Windows for development. Where is the restart to update? Okay, let's do that. Allow. Okay. 1.87. And then we're going to take this and drop this over here. Okay. Cancel. Okay. Now we can try installing Unity. This will take a little bit to do. I already have the C# kit installed locally, but it may install a new one. We'll see. Okay. Excellent. Okay. So now in here, we're going to go build settings. Oh, no, we're going to go down here. Visual Studio Editor. How do I see what version it is? .0.22. Okay. Which is newer than I need. So I should be able to just go to Preferences then. And where is Preferences? There we go. Preferences. Hide stuff in weird places. Okay. I would put that in the file menu. Just what I would do. Okay. So now I need to go into external tools. Yes. Not Visual Studio. VS Code. There we go. Oh, man. Okay, now I should be able to open the script. Okay. Now if I go back up here, I go to my scripts, I open this, should bring it up in VS Code. Ta-da! Yes, I trust the authors. It's me. I wrote it. All right. Very fun. Okay, so now I've got start and update working. I should be able to add a few things in here. This is a mono behavior. Let's put up at the top here